Okay, now let's go back. Today is the 40th lesson. Wow, that is very fast. Huh? Okay, second. Okay, Xingwen, just take note. Since you are new, this is the one I'm spotting for 2021. You see, 2021 O level came out issue 3 and 2. All right, you can take note of this. I'm not sure you got this PDF format. So this year I'm predicting issue 1, which is sounds like more on COVID issue. All right, it may talk about COVID issue, it may talk about globalization, it may talk about cyber wellness, cyber attack, cyber security, and it also might talk about this what do you call this health issue. Okay, and predictions for SRQ will be issue 3, climate, and as well as global warming, this cyber attack. Okay, so take note, Xingwen. Okay, now we go back to this one, structures. Can we finish this the living in the diverse society extract once? Okay, so we are talking about living in a diverse society, which honestly Xingwen and don't mind today I target Xingwen because she's new. So Xingwen, this one is under even predict 我觉得这个问题 diverse 不会出来，我觉得不会出来 because I told you right, Xiaoxing, one of my Taufik that time when I came in, right, we were talking about race and religions, right? Next week, if I got chance, then I show you those questions. But now let's help Xingwen. So we are talking about this one over the past few years. Are you able to read, Pei Kun?
Over the past few years, the Singaporean foreigner divide has come under sharp focus. High-profile outbursts of hostility occurring from time to time, grabbing headlines and promoting political leaders, including Prime Minister himself, to weigh in on several occasions. More often than not, the incidents can be traced to insensitive or offensive comments made on the internet by one side or the other. Anti-foreigner sentiments dominate internet chatter, so much so that foreign trash Singapore has become a Google autofill option. Yeah,
it's very true. In the sense that it is what we call xenophobia. Was it Xiaoxing or Zhao Xuan the last mid-year? No, the last prelim paper you came out a very big word called xenophobia. Xingwen, you know what is the xenophobia? Okay, if because your mind is not working, don't worry. You put thumbs up if you know. You put thumbs down if you don't know. Okay, right? And if you all don't know, then you put a crying face. Okay, so xenophobia, that means it's against foreigners. So based on this extract one, Pei Kun, how do you use the TAXI? When is the T? Okay, write down T is the timeline. When is the timeline? Hey, Chelsea and the rest, you want, you can take part. Come. Yeah, can you can try log in again? Yes, my girl, no problem. You can log in again. We can wait for you. Wait, Hello, Ziying, are you okay? Is your PC okay? I think next year when you go to poly, you better get a good laptop, huh? Ziying. No, sorry, I changed my word. You better get a new boyfriend. This old boyfriend, throw away already. Don't want already. Get a new boyfriend, a new laptop. Hey, I find that HP is very good. Hey, see when you got another login, huh? Oh, wow, cool. Wow, 生意做大，两个 laptop. Are you okay? But I can hear my voice, so you have to mute the other one. Okay, you test talking. Test your mic. Is it working? Say hello to everyone.
Is it working?
Yes. It's working. You go to echo. Okay, you must mute the other one. Okay, thanks. You do again. Can talk. Test your mic again.
Is it working now?
Oh, yes, very lovely voice. Very good. Okay, let's start. Don't waste time already. So T stand for the timeline. Pei Kun, when is the timeline for this one?
Like, I think it's recently.
Recently, I know, brother. Recently also got a lot of things recently, bro. Must be very specific, bro. Xiaoxing, you'll be my assistant to this whole few lesson, okay? Okay. So you assist me. What do you think the T will be?
Present.
Okay, sir. Present. Remember, I break the timeline into three factors on three time zone, right? Can you tell the rest? Can you tell me the first timeline? When to when?
Past would be before the 2000s.
写下来新闻. So there are three timelines. So before the first timeline, 新闻 you blur never mind you blur, you can ask me 10,000 times, I'll tell you I won't say you're stupid You can say, Uncle Raymond, what I mean by T? T 的 timeline 就是说2000年 the year before 2000， 就是说我们讲李光耀先生 ，OK， 我的干爹，每个人都是我干爹，除了 Donald Trump 以外，不是我干爹。你 racist 啊？怎么不可以咩？哎呀 ，Michael Jordan 也是我的 cousin，OK， 姚明也是我 cousin。So T is before 2000. How about the second timeline, 小新 ？Take note 啦，贝坤 and 赵璇 and 子英。
Present would be around from 2000 to
Now,
2025, I would say.
no, cannot. Now, as of today. Now, social study is different. Now, 就是我跟你现在讲话这个时候 ，OK? Then the third time zone is anything that is tomorrow onwards, all the way to 2030. Okay, so this time frame, this extract timeline is the present situation. I'm sorry, anything that before 2000, they already have this anti-foreigners campaign, but it's not as so so boiling. It's only at this period of time. Okay, just like seeing when you do history Hitler, right, and Xiaoxing Hitler, right? You know Hitler, before Hitler came to power, sorry for Ziying and Zhao Xuan and Bei Kun, you not do history. So before Hitler come into power, Hitler already got a very strong sentiments against the Jewish, right? Correct. So I asked them, you know what kind of Jews that what kind of people that Hitler hate? So my students say apple juice or orange juice. It's not the juice. Okay, so this one is like Hitler, before he came to power, he has a very timeline, he already built up. And when he came to power, wow, that is the worst, right? Seeing when he killed a lot of Jews, Holocaust, and then he really attacked and killed every single one, just like the Japanese against the Chinese, right? Same thing. So that is the timeline. The A stands for what? Bei Kun. A stands for what? The taxi, the A stands for what?
Audience.
Thank you. Which three audience are we talking about? Is there, my dear? Is there, my dear?
Singaporean.
Very good. Okay, Singaporean. Who else?
Foreigner.
Foreigner, second group. And then third one? You saw that? Political leader.
Oh.
So in order to be fair, these political leaders is actually want to bring out what? Against the sentiments of foreigners or pro anti-foreigners. Of course, the political, like the Prime Minister himself, say that please, we must stop that. And true enough, you know that foreigners bring a lot of good things, vice versa. Seeing one day you also want to migrate out of Singapore, or your children might also want to migrate. Mommy, I don't want to stay in Singapore anyway. I want to go to US, I want to go to Japan. So you see, this world is like a hotel, no, to me. You move about, but at the end of the day, you might want to stay in a permanent place. Let's call yourself a home. Okay, in life, it's like just like the Ukraine, the Russians, they are fighting. Same as the history World War II. People are moving about. Why Japan attacked China? Because of overpopulations. They took away Manchuria. And why Mussolini's Italy want to help German? Because he also want to get away of the political leadership in Italy. So wait, Uncle Raymond, what could you do in social study? Same. It all links together because we need movements of peace, progress, and prosperity. We need a room for our own next generation to breathe and to do better. Correct, Nasing? I believe you come from China, right? Am I right? Or Singapore?
My mom is from China.
So you see, I believe your mom also feel very sad during the 2 years she cannot go back to China and visit a relative, right? And the parents. I recently had one student, I told you the Bukit Batok, that one. The mom also from China, and guess what? Her dad passed away recently, and she can't go back and Song Zong. You know, it's that kind of the feeling, right? And yet all these foreigners come. Sorry, I may be a bit emotional because the way she told me, I feel very sad. When she come all the way here is to build out this country, and yet people like Singaporean, like myself, I'm a pure breed Singaporean. I'm not a dog. but a pure breed in Singapore. Stop it, saying. Okay, I know this dog got very hairless one. I'm not a Chihuahua, okay? I'm a nice dog, okay, excuse me. But even though I born the real rooster. So these poor breeds here, like Singaporean like me, I always sometimes cannot take it now. Why we must Xingchen is not here, anti-foreigners. Why? So this is the extract ones that we talk about. Whether should we, ready? Start with the A, and with the T, inside got P. Start with A and end with the T, inside got P, inside got C. 你会容纳这些人进来吗？你懂容纳哈？你们的华文，你的华文好吗？新闻 ？What is your you take higher Chinese or Chinese？ 新闻
higher Chinese。
哎呀，我的星辰在哪里呀？我的星辰呢？他的 Chinese 哈。Chelsea, I want to disturb him. That guy I cannot take it. He's not in today. Okay, so 你懂什么是容纳 right? Okay, how you say in English?
Like
Start
integrate.
with A, start with A and with T inside got P. Hi, Yang Xiang. And your video cannot work again.
Sorry, what, Cher?
Your video can work or not?
Cannot. I'm Cher, I'm watching F1.
Oh, you're F1 ah?
Yeah.
I was there yesterday doing my duty.
Oh, Cher, you there yesterday?
Yeah, I showed you my video. But I was doing my police duty lah. Sorry, but I managed to stand there and watch. Boom, boom, boom. It's okay.
Cher, who you support?
Who I support? I support Lamborghini, but Lamborghini is not there.
Lamborghini.
Thank you. Don't get so excited. Okay. But I happened to see some of the driver, and yesterday there was some performance. But too bad, Yang Xiang, I cannot take the picture with all the girls at the F1. I am so sad. Okay, sorry, this is off the tune. So accommodate, no, my dear, inside got P. Inside got P. Accept is to accept. 对吗, Rona? I cannot accept. Okay, you can use the accommodate. Well done, Zhao Xuan. The 2A, write down, please. You cannot accept, you cannot accommodate, you cannot what? Another A. You cannot what? Adapt. Okay? Agree or not? You cannot adapt to it. I cannot have a neighbor that is from China, from India, from Vietnam, from Cambodia, from Japan, from Korea. You know, I cannot adapt to their environment. I cannot adapt to it. Get it out? Write down. Okay, so extract 2. Then why continue to watch F1? We move on to that. Okay, X stand for explain, Xingwen. X, you need to explain why. Then the I is which issue? Issue number 2. Okay, don't worry about what you're going to do, Xingwen. Later we'll go through again. So extract 2. May I have Zhao Xuan? Extract 2 and 3, Zhao Xuan.
Other countries and Singapore have much to gain from a strong partnership, including the exchange of knowledge and skills. Such partnerships across many fields have enabled diverse collaborations between professionals.
You see, let's talk about F1, if you don't mind, since we are on this topic. This F1 has really taught me a very good lesson. You know, yesterday I'm relating to this as a strong partner. Yesterday I was standing there watching the race. They were doing the trial. So I was very shocked that there's a lot of cars and a lot of cranes getting ready, and there was a curb. So 3 things I learned, Chelsea, in F1. Live, you know, F1 got a lot of curbs, right? Curb, 转弯角, 对吗? 指引. In life, is it true that we also got a lot of obstacle and curb? True. So when the F1 driver start to, I hope Yang Xiang you're listening, when the driver is turning the curb, this kind of slow down, and then they maneuver it and manipulate the curbs and move on. That's lesson number 1 for just like country. You gain strong partnership. When Singapore was young that time, when China was pretty young and want to open up, they asked help for partnership. Xingwen, let's be honest. After your O-level, you might want to take part-time jobs. So you want to learn from the senior. You may get bullied, of course, along the way. But that is your obstacle. But how are you going to get rid of this obstacle, the curb? Okay, later you will understand what I mean, why it's related. Number 2 lesson I learned from F1 is that when the F1 turn too fast, right, Chelsea, the car will bam, the wheels, everything will fly all over, right? 被困对吗? No, this is where I asked the guy, he said, he thought I'm a very big officer. He said, hi sir, may I ask? And then I say, hello, I say hi to them. Say, how come you all got so many cars? Oh, in case the F1 driver all the wheels, everything fly off the debris, we go and collect all these things. So you see, the F1 drivers, I believe in their life, they hit and injured themselves. The worst thing is they get killed themselves. Most likely, unlikely. So when they get injured, is it true? They pick up the debris and pick up the pieces of Chelsea and start to go again. 对吗? Right, that is number 2, the extract number 3. Don't believe? Read on, Zhao Xuan.
In a diverse society like Singapore, the increasing presence of foreigners has brought about problems in interactions between different cultural groups due to a lack of understanding.
We know about the Little Indians riots attack, 新闻 you know, like 喝酒, you know about these, you go back to your country, don't come to Singapore, all these things. We talk about this, putting on the mask, right? Do you have a badge? Why should you ask me to put the mask, all these things, right? These are all the problems that a small country happens. And there are other countries say, hey, hello, Singapore, shut up, you're only a written rip dog. Don't kind of comment things, you think you heard all these things, So lesson number 2 is like the debris. We pick out ourselves, we hit a lot of obstacles. But then again, we need expertise. We need people like you, seeing when you are the leaders of next generation. You are not my student. All of you, Ziying, you are my leaders. Okay, so how you can bring on? Lesson number 3, I learned from F1 yesterday. So I was, yesterday was raining like cats and dogs. All my police colleagues, and including myself, I have to send a few hundred boxes of food to my colleagues. And along the way, I realized I have to pass through Yangxiang 4 different police checkpoints before I can deliver my food to my fellow police officer. So this is lesson number 3, the most important thing. We need to plan. If you fail to plan, plan to fail. If this F1 do not plan properly, just like the National Day, just like 中国没有 plan properly, okay? And you know, if you study history, you know, right? China had to fight with 2 open war. Because of these 2 open war, right, it lost Hong Kong and Macau to foreigners. So now China start to plan to build out the military might, which is nothing wrong, right? Same as Singapore, national service, which is nothing wrong. So this diverse society is that if we were to not able to handle any problem in our life, I mean, seriously, you go to FML already. Seeing when you know it's FML, F my life. Okay, it's already finished my life. Seriously, you think if Singapore is lousy, will you come to Singapore and study? Will you think your mom will come to Singapore and work? No, you'll find a better place. See what? Now you're staying in Singapore. I don't know, don't need to tell me where you stay. Any part of Singapore, you walk on the street at 10 o'clock, you feel safe, right? You go and walk in other country, in China, in New York City, you feel safe? Have you ever traveled to other country before? Do you feel safe to walk alone? For me, definitely Uncle Raymond will not feel safe because people will molest me. I'm very scared. Why? Only molest girl. I'm also very pretty and handsome without hair. I'm also scared people molest me, okay? Okay. Anyway, what I'm telling you is that because of this diverse society, we help one another. Let's read at the question if you don't believe me. Let's go. Zhao Xuan, do you mind? No, sorry. Ziying, can you read question number 1, please?
Extract 1 states that recently there is an increasing number of Singaporeans passing negative remarks towards foreigners living in Singapore. In your opinion, how can the integration of foreigners living in Singapore be improved? Explain your answer using 2 strategies.
Very simple, Chelsea. I know, sorry, I need to target you now. No hard feeling, not saying negative to you. I realize when you do your exam that time face to face, you start there. Then you think you're right. Okay? I know after that, I mark your paper that, oh, it's not you don't know, like, you got a few ideas. You are 贪心, 这个 idea 好, 这个 idea 好, 这个 idea 好, 怎么办? 你要放最好的, which is true. But because you spend that time on doing that, that's why you need strategy. So, Xiaoxing, when you come to this kind of question as the Ziying, I can tell, or you start there, you worry. No, just bring in 3 ideas. Contingency plan. Remember your English summary skill, right? You got 8 points, Lima. Don't be so stupid to write 8 points, guys. Always must have contingency plan number 9 and number 10. Just like yesterday, the F1. Okay, so I asked the organizer, hey, what happened if it's raining happen? What happened? Oh, you have to stop, right? Because it's very wet and slippery, right? correct or not? But thank God the rain stopped. So I can see when the F1 Yang Xiang, when the F1 boom, it got fountain 呢。你懂为什么有 fountain 吗？因为地上很滑嘛，很多水。Oh, very nice. Especially when the light go through, because I was going around, I see, wow, very nice. So what I meant is that, you see, even like F1, even the National Day Parade, even like war, we need contingency plan, which is plan B and plan C. So you need to do this when you're explaining your answer with 2 strategy, which is a confirmed 2 strategy. Hey, please, for goodness sake, 不要写2个 strategy, 一定要补一个. Okay, take note, huh? Why? Because next time you get married, you want your son to go to a school. You must have plan B, right? If you cannot, your son or daughter cannot get to this school. How? 我不要读书了，妈咪，嘿嘿，我可以玩了。那你儿子你慢慢等了，我现在派你去问学生。Oh, by the way, Jiao Xing, you know Jia Ling, right? Jia Ling, so a few days ago, he WhatsApp me. He's now in London. He's doing his marketing course. So he sent to me, say, Uncle Raymond, can you help me these questions? And guess what? The lecturer giving the question today and must complete by tomorrow with 60 marks. You complain your homework, teacher say, wow, Jia, you give me homework now, tomorrow complete. Can you imagine for him, this last minute, the Lawai give me the homework, tomorrow must complete. So I asked him, I was saying, what happened? No choice. I work until midnight, I have to complete it. So what is the strategy for him? He have to plan. He asked me for help, which I can't really help me on the spot because I was having tuition. He know what he said, never mind, I'll ask my other fellow colleagues, classmates and teachers. So what are the 2 strategies? Let me tell you before you all suggest. Say 2 negative to improve relationship is that number 1, in order to build better relationship for foreigners living in Singapore is what? You must make a first move. See what? You just imagine yourself now you are foreigners in a country. Okay? You're born in Singapore, right? Okay, so now imagine now you're going to migrate to Australia. And you know Australians are very anti-Chinese in certain part because they thought we all Chinese are from Vietnam. And a lot of Vietnamese when there, I heard, I may be wrong, I'm so sorry, that they always create problem in that countries. Okay? Just like recently Donald Trump came to Singapore, other countries thought Singapore is part of China and Singapore have snow. Yeah, Singapore got snow, not Ziying. Snow City. Snow City. You cannot say don't have. So 2 strategy, okay? 1 strategy is that being a foreigner, what would you want people to accept you? Think of yourself. What do you think? You know the answer me. If I'm the foreigner, I go to the other country, I want them to respect my culture. True enough. So if I'm a Muslim, like yesterday, Jiao Xing, I got one police officer came to me, he don't know me. He said, hey, sorry, sir, where should I do my prayer? You know the first question I asked him, Jiao Xing, anywhere can pray, as long as a dry place. Yeah, but I don't know. Then I asked him the first question, where is west? No, when Muslim must pray to the west. So he pointed to the direction, and I saw a tentage, a canopy tentage. I said, yeah, come in here and pray. Can. See, you know what I tell him? Jiao Xing, religion number 1 in Singapore. Oh, okay, thank you. I think he's a foreigner. He feel good. Agree not, Jiao Xing? If I tell you, no, sorry, I'm a Christian, I don't care about your Muslim, you get lost and you don't talk to me, you go and work, hello. It's supposed to be your duty, why you go and pray for what? Well, I tell you, it's a great problem. Do you say what? You agree now? So I want to feel at home as part of being the culture. I mean, say sorry, if you don't get angry or what. You get new environment, correct now? When you marry to your husband, it's a new environment, right? So you have to stay with your husband and your in-laws. So is it what you want? You also want your mother-in-law to be like your mom, treat you the same, right? True now? You get the idea? I know it's too early to tell, but I'm teaching social study in the real world, my dear. In the real world, it's no point to tell you like that, so that you can feel it. So that when you write, you feel the experience. Number 2, being a foreigner, how do you make it improve? Is that you make sure that they have 那个空间。华语叫空间，英文叫什么 ？Anyone? Yang Xiang, too busy with F1. Zhao Xuan, Bei Kun. Sorry?
Space.
Yes, the common space. Well done. Xingwen, imagine, 那些你看 during Sir Stamford Raffles, they come here to build. You know why Thailand, In Thailand, there is no foreign intervention. You study history, you should know, right? Right. Vietnam was controlled by France. Spain was controlling the Philippines, correct? Now, then the Dutch will control the Indonesia. Then the Singapore, Malaya, and Myanmar was controlled by the British, right? Only Thailand was free from any countries. Why? Because they open up. You want to build church, you want to build temple, you want to build mosque, fine. You want to do trade, fine. So they got the space for them. You got no excuse to attack me, 对不对? Agree? That's like saying when in your school, sure got Malay student, right? And then you sure got some Christian student, all these things. You cannot say the Malay student, hey, do you want to eat bakwa? Yes, it they 欠扁啊，对不对？ Then when they fasting that time, 你不可能吃你的馄饨面在他面前吃。Oh, very nice one. You say, excuse me, I'm fasting. Oh, sorry. Hey, move on. So what it means like what? The common space. Thank you, Zhao Xuan. Number 2, extract 2 and 3. Later we'll show you the answer. I hope all of you must be fast. The next 5 lessons, I'm not going to slow down and tell. Please give me your 2 strategy, as I mentioned already. Extract 2 and 3. Reflect on the Xiao Xing.
Answer the question.
No, read the question.
Oh, abstract 2 and 3 reflects on the different outcomes of interactions and exchanges among a more diverse population in Singapore. Do you think that the exchange of skills and knowledge is more important than the effect of prejudice and misconceptions in the government decision allowing more foreign manpower? Explain your answer.
I choose prejudice and misconception, Xingwen, over exchange of skills and knowledge. Once you are prejudiced, in Chinese, what you call that? Prejudice? Anyone? I know your Chinese, some of them don't need to retake already. So what is prejudice in Chinese?
歧视。
歧视那个人啊，然后给不同的概念啊，给错的概念，价值观错 everything 啊。You no matter how skillful you are, Xingwen, it's useless, right? True enough. So imagine an Indian person came here, he's a doctor. Other come from it and they are like to do a lot of things here. You don't talk like that. I can't understand you. You're from India. Why you talk like that? No, then this is against their way of culture and behavior, right? True enough. Because you know why, Chelsea? Because that day I went to see a doctor in polyclinic, and this doctor is from, I can tell he's from India. And then I see another doctor. I can see this doctor is from Western country, Laowai. So the way he talk, hi Raymond, so what you can do for you? So you got to do something wrong with your leg. So the moment I start to analyze a thing, can he be from Australia, New Zealand, or Great Britain? I'm not anti-American. You know why? If American doctor will be like, hey, yo, is that what can I do for you, man? Is there anything I can do for you? You see, the American, the accent is different. Oh, yo, man, good, cool, man. That's right, man. I got problem with my leg. So they are not right. So at the end of the day, when I finished the checkup with the doctors, the Laowai doctor, the Caucasian, the white doctors, so sorry, doctor, may I check with you, which country are you from? Oh, I'm from UK. Oh, by the way, may I wish you Merry Christmas in advance? Say, oh, thank you very much. It's 100 days to go. And then I start talking at Chelsea, which football team you support? I thought like that in very English. Then say, I support Man City lah. Oh, see what? He's from Britain, no? Then I asked Ziying, no, which team you support? I say, Then he replied me, I support Man City lah. Oh, you see? You get what I'm saying now? He feel good, right? Initially, I talked to him very accent in a very British way. So, oh yeah, I was in Birmingham before. I went there to do my degree. Oh, that's a very nice place. I want him, I want him to make him feel at home. Get me now? So especially my Filipino friends who come to Singapore, not Filipino friends, Filipino people, I want them to feel like part of it. Once you have prejudice and misconception, you don't feel at home. No matter how good your skill is and knowledge, 对不对? I mean, seriously, Chelsea, you will be like Jialing, whoever going overseas and study. I really want you to go overseas and study. If you can, if financial is not an issue, I really want you and Jiaxing to go to overseas. Okay, to be honest, it really opened up your eyes and your horizons and everything. I'm not saying NTU and NUS is no good lah. It's confirmed not very good. Okay, I didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything. So censor the last part. The best is go overseas and get experience. But Chelsea, when you go visit England, okay, and then if someone look at you say, hey, you Chinese, go back to your country, how will you feel? You feel no good, what? 对吗, Chelsea?
Yeah.
So how are you going to respond to this?
I think
You're going
best
to migrate there, huh? Imagine now you're going to migrate there, no? You're going to, you are a professional, say you're a doctor, you are a brain specialist, you're a doctor there, no? You want to migrate there already, and with this kind of concept and this kind of prejudice, hey, hello, brother, you still want to share your exchange and skill and knowledge there, no? Back to you.
I would not really be dissuaded from wanting to share my knowledge and expertise there, even though if like they were a bit rude to me, I'll still like keep cool because I don't think it's really that great to get over into a heated argument just because of like such trivial matters.
Okay, good. All I can say that it's not one or twice you might come across a lot of these kind of comments. It happened to me when I was in Britain when studying. The first thing I alighted at the airport. Okay, how about you, Xingwen? Would you feel good about it? Let's say you go to England and study and someone tell you, hey, hello, go back to your country, don't come here.
I wouldn't feel good.
You don't feel good, right? Definitely. But how are you going to overcome this? Like what Xiaoxing said, I don't give a damn. I'm here to study. I'm here to acknowledge. I'm going to serve the society. I don't care about your misconception or prejudice. Get it now? So he is more to, Xiaoxing, correct me, you are more to exchange of skill and knowledge. It's more important for you, right? Okay, how about you, Xingwen?
Honestly, I would just ignore because it's not in my place to say. I mean, even though like I wouldn't feel good, but overall they're still like, it's their country, so what can we do?
No. You're going to migrate there already, no? It's
Oh,
going to be your country already. It's just like a lot of people come to Singapore right there. And can you imagine if all the Singaporeans will say, hey, go back to your country? I feel very hurt, no? Don't let me catch anyone say that, no? It's seriously very offensive to me. Not being a social study teachers, but being a Singaporeans, 你听过这句话吗？新闻就是四海为兄弟啊，在家靠父母，在外靠朋友，对吗？我们都是一家人，为什么要你是你父母亲生的吗 ？Why must you do this kind of thing? Why are you afraid of people taking away your job? That's a very, I find it very stereotyping and myopic mind 很狭窄的想法。So
I mean, sure, if you're scared of people taking over your job, then just be better, lor. I mean, if you're better than someone that came from overseas, they won't be able to possibly take over.
可是大哥赵轩，可是有些人的脑只有值5块钱而已 ，their brain only worth $5. You know what I mean? 就是还没有用过脑的嘞，他们就是没有经过大脑的。所以 imagine 啊，赵轩100年后你死掉了那你的脑在那边是1万块or few hundred thousand, and then Lee Kuan Yew brain also there, my brain also there, everyone Xiaoxing brain or everyone brain are there. Then suddenly got this brain $5. You ask the sales girl, how come this brain is only $5? Sir, brand new the thumb drive still blank, no data one. Get a joke now, 赵轩。So it's like 你会影响到 ，sorry 啊，新闻 and Xiaoxing，可能你们才16岁，你 ask your parents, they will know 这个世界没有这么完美的 ，not like you see what you write there is just bloody hell to be honest, you just get an A1. Let's be honest with you. But in real life, it is that how long can you see one every day if you come across ignore? I tell you, one day 你会崩溃的，你会可能拿一支枪去那边 bang 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 bang. Sooner. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, Singapore here, we do have this 空间. I know it's easier than what you say that, what can you do? We must create the environments to ensure that they feel at home. To ensure that that's why now we got the gadget holidays, the Chinese New Year, the Christmas, the Deepavali, the Thaipusam. You know what is Thaipusam? 就是walking the booking of the bodies to pay back for the gods, and all kinds of gadget holidays, and allows the religion to practice freely, allow the costume to wear freely, allow the food to eat freely, provided there is no toxic food. And we allow these people to bring in their skills so that this is a place for country to boom. Not just Singapore, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that one day when you move to other country, you bring this mindset so that you can bring 3P. Are you ready, Xingwen? You can bring peace right now. You can bring peace to the country. It can bring progress to the country, and can bring prosperity, okay, and profitability and productivity. 5P. You bring peace to the person. You bring peace to the countries. So in order to eliminate the prejudice and misconceptions, So Zhao Xuan, you prefer exchange of skills or knowledge, or you prefer the prejudice or misconception? Which one do you think is more serious or more important? Back to you, Zhao Xuan.
The prejudice and misconception.
Yes, sir. Can you explain why, sir?
So it's like so obviously if I go to other countries, right, I will really hope, because I'm sharing my skills and knowledge
Yes.
to other people.
Mm.
So obviously I hope that they can at least treat me well because I'm helping them. But then if they don't treat me well, then I just don't feel like I don't have the urge to teach them, like to help them anymore.
Well, thank you, man. I thank you very much. You recall me one this is recorded. I always tell my Singaporeans friends and myself, I always remind myself, 赵璇, 新加坡人不用这么骄傲，这么好练，这么 show off. Okay, because to be honest, sometimes when we Singaporean go to overseas, people may not like us also. All right, especially the neighboring countries. They think we're so show off and so proud and so arrogant and so attitude problem. Okay, especially when I go for dining in any of the restaurant or cafe or whatnot in Singapore. If these foreigners is serving me, I will do my best to give respect to them. And if a Singaporean were to serve me, that would be a different story. That's me. The reason is that, you see, without this foreigner to come to Singapore, I tell you, the economy will be dropped. PES. The political party needs economy to survive in order to have social cohesiveness. Without the social cohesiveness, that's it. Singapore doesn't belong to just the Chinese. It belongs to all races. Of course, if you don't talk about Japan, Japan is Japan, Japanese, right? The Korean will be Koreans. And by the way, the Americans in US, the land doesn't belong to them. Do you know that, Xingwen? If you watch the 叶问 number 4, right? 叶问第最后一集 你有看吗？你没有看？ Go please, after exam, go and watch movie. 叶问最后一集 they got this group of girls go and disturb this Chinese girl, say, get out of USA. And this Chinese girl told the Lao Wai, the blonde, the ladies, they say, this country also doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the Red Indian. You know what's a Red Indian? 就是抢过来的嘞，对不对？ So 他们是没有真正的领土是英国嘞。You know, a lot of Australians peoples are all formerly are prisoners. Their ancestors are all prisoners. But please, for goodness sake, don't go to Australia and tell them your grandfather is a prisoner. No. Why? Because they are over flooded with a lot of prisoners. That's why they ship to Australia. And in New Zealand, there's this Mount Cook. You heard of Mount Cook? Captain Cook, C-O-O-K. This is the guy who found that place and get it. So you have to understand. See, if you are studying history, you know already. So is it exchange skill, knowledge, and prejudice? To me, strongly, I believe, if you have the prejudice and misconceptions, you create WAR, stand for wasting all resources, and it's a war. You have a beautiful skill and knowledge, but when the person have a misconceptions and prejudice, I cannot use the word SSD, slowly, surely, and definitely. When you hit the limit, you go crazy and you will attack one. Xingwen, let's be honest. Imagine your mommy, daddy keep nagging at you, study. You end up go out and study. You don't want to hear them nagging. It's the same thing. Your son and your daughter, next time you tell them study. Mommy, will you just keep quiet? I'm doing this. Can I have a break now? Every time I see you use handphone, but your son will tell you, but when I'm studying that time, you're working. You see? The main thing at the end of the day is the end result. End result, whether you get A1 or F9. There's no point you get A1 but your ABC sucks. Your ABC stands for your attitude, your behavior, and characters. So therefore, this ABC related to prejudice and misconception. If I have a poor attitude, I don't want to employ foreigners. I employ Singaporeans. All foreigners sucks. I don't care how your good skill it is. That's not fair. That's not fair, no. I think, Xingwen, in your school, there are foreign teachers, right? Especially the Chinese language, right? The mother tongue. Mostly are from China, right? You see? And a very particular Xingwen. Not because your parents are in Singapore. My two eldest children are Xingwen. My eldest son is already 27 years old. My daughter is 23. And my younger son is 10 years old. My 10 years old son will say, 五只 instead of 屋子。草莓，他就讲草莓。Oh my goodness, 完蛋了。But my two elders, because they learn the Chinese, the 汉语拼音 from a Chinese teacher. Because 他们的汉语拼音是用英文的吗？ Whereas 台湾的是用 purple 摸摸，对吗？不一样的啊。You all should know, right? So I'm very particular, and thank God today the few years ago during COVID 新闻我们看什么奔跑吧兄弟 my favorite cousin 鹿晗
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, 奔跑是兄弟还有 Angelababy, my another cousin. My the other students say, your whole world are all your cousin, 对吗？新问四海为兄弟吗？对不对？难道四海为
兄弟
吗？对吧 ？Sorry，
你称我兄弟。
对对，称是什么？称东道兄啊。There's a saying for that. Okay, just putting aside this. So back to Pei Kun, which one do you think? Exchange or prejudice? Pei Kun?
I think it's exchange.
Yes, please. Why?
Because like
Yes, why? Come back to you, Ziying. I come back to you, Ziying, which one do you choose? Exchange or prejudice? Which one do you think is more important?
Prejudice and misconception.
为什么呢？
Because like if people have prejudice and misconception about foreign manpower, like they'll be very unhappy, and then they'll probably like not want to work even more. So need to dispel the prejudice and misconception so that like the country can progress.
Okay, thank you. Pei Kun, your turn.
Because like people may be more willing to come because of the education.
Carry on. You remember, Pei Kun, imagine this is your O-level exam. You cannot take more than 5 seconds to think for an answer. Okay, I want to give all the warning to all of you. Like just like the F1 driver, they only got a split second to decide whether to take the brake, slow down, or speed up during the curb, and see the terrain of the weather, the ground, all these things. They only got less than 1 or 2 seconds to make the decision. So please, the longer you delay your brain power to think, you are making the brain to get very lax and very don't care already. So at this point of time, it's just like saying when you are doing like bodybuilding, you're building up like Olympic game. Every second you have to build your brain power. The more you return the answer faster, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just like saying when if I tell you 2 times 2, straight away you can tell me 4, right? If you take more than 5 seconds, something wrong already. I'm so sorry. No, serious, no joke. That means you are having dementia, or you are having a breakdown, or you're overstressed. 对吗? Right. So it's 1 + 1, 2. Right. Which boyfriend you like? All the above. Example. Okay. Something like that. So if you take a delay in actions, procrastination, inertia, good luck to you. So you must be fast. Well, I think prejudice and misconception because I feel that if someone is prejudiced, then it's from there. Then your brain will come already. 快点. Yeah, 想，懂吗? Okay. Don't delay. One more time. Pei Kun.
I think the exchange of skills and knowledge is more important because most likely that is the reason they come here to like live and to work.
Hey, you got a point there. You got a very good point, which I didn't think of that. Carry on. It sparked me of another argument.
And like they want to learn new things that they don't have the opportunity to learn at their homeland.
Thank you, sir. Any more?
No more.
新闻. Got one time I'm very kaypoh. You know what's kaypoh? Busybody. So I asked the 那个扫地的 Bangladesh worker, 你懂扫地 Bangladesh. So I said, hey, sir, He was surprised, no, that I call him sir. Sir, you from which country? Bangladesh. Oh, so 他穿的好像是比较 supervisor 的衣服，就是比较高级。Then I talk to him. Hey, he speak very well English, surprisingly. They say, oh, back home in my country, I got a degree. Oh, 你听好啊 ，degree 来这边扫地耶。degree 来这边扫地耶，小心，这不是大材小用。我不管那个 degree 是真的还是假，还是degree 没有什么 degree。Let's speak， then 我就 test 他 ，sorry， 我就 test 他。Oh, you like the plant here and do this You know what he say 新闻小心。Oh, I study in biology plant。哦，大哥大姐，真人不露相，不要狗眼看人低，不是讲你们呐。So I further probe him. Why? Then he feel very sad. No, he said because I spent a lot of money to study my degree. Listen, so I have to spend a lot of money, right? So I borrow here and there. So I need to pay back to my whoever lend me money, and I have to come and work and pay back. So I come here to work. And you know what he said now? See, when he touched my heart, thank you that Singapore give me a chance to work here. Then actually I want to ask this question, but you sweep the floor, Not nice, right? Not nice to say that. Wow, you know what I do? I bow to him. I really bow to him. Thank you, sir, for coming to Singapore. I didn't say thank you, Ziying. I never bow to him. Thank you coming to Singapore to sweep the floor. Please sweep clean and no dengue fever. If you got dengue fever, the water dirty, I complain to your boss. You get it back to Bangladesh, okay? 我没有这样讲I really bow to thank you very much for coming to Singapore. What is your plan? You know what I say? I hope I can go back to my country and study what I do what I have studied, sorry. Then I asked him, do you think, before I can continue asking, do you think, I don't think I have a chance there. Wow, 很伤心哦. Can you imagine you study and do so much, your country don't give you the things. So thanks to Pei Kun. You are right, no, Pei Kun. Thank you very much, you spark all this. Because Uncle Raymond is a very capable person. Because I'm also an RC member. I know. 我帮这个整个 resident committee member. So 贝坤 you're right, no. I really asked this question. I did not ask one, no, 贝坤. I asked a few. Because every 2 years, the town council will change the new person to come in and sweep the floor. I clean the place. Okay? Of course, some of them is very lowly educated, some are very highly educated. The one thing, Pei Kun, you spark off for me, is that I asked, when you come to Singapore, you know what you say now, Xingwen and Qiao Xing? Oh, because Singapore, the people here very nice. That means when he say the people very nice, Xingwen, does it mean also include the government? Yes, right? Agree? Why? Because if it's very nice means I know, hey, bro, I come to Singapore and work, the government will take care of me. The government will make sure that you're not corrupted and will bring money back to my country and give it to my family, and my family can buy food and houses for the next generation. Therefore, Pei Kun, skill and knowledge in Singapore is important because we need them, because the governments are not any prejudice and misconception of Pei Kun. The government will come in to interfere, to interact, to attack, and get rid of all these misconceptions. No one dare to say this a person of what. Get what I mean, 就是说我不管，只要你们有 skill， 只要你们可以贡献给我这个国家，你不用担心人家会欺负你，会骂你，会责备你，还是 discriminate you. The government will protect you to prevent this against all these things happening. The government will perform to the best. See, I'm a volunteer police officer. I attend the cases, even though I just joined the police force for 1 year plus. I attend cases. I tell you, this is only last week only, Qiao Xing, 真的. I was giving out flyer to helper, you know, not so domestic helper. 因为那些 domestic helper 有一次他说 Sir, I got scammed for the money that I have to send this because they say that the Ministry of Manpower call me, my work permit expire. Wow. 请问几千块 to them is a lot, 对吗？ A lot 嘞，就算给我们也是 a lot. I feel very hurt when I hear this. I feel very hurt when I hear this seriously. And that's why we give flyer to tell and talk to all the domestic maid. Then 请问 then you ask, Uncle Raymond, how the hell you tell whether they are domestic foreigners? That's where my experience come in. I look at their way they talk, the way they dress. Remember? You know, 缅甸人很喜欢擦东西在那里面。那个 brown then 我知道缅甸 say, Sir, then I talk to my officer, Sir, Burmese people. Hey, how you know? They put the powder on this makeup. Just like saying, I put my cosmetic makeup schedule on my face. Okay. And then my hair cream, very nice. So halfway through, Xingwen and Chao Xing, got this China man. You know why I say China man? He came. He did not approach me. He asked my officer, who is Malay. Malay, Malay, my officer. They say, excuse me, Amy, I phone gone. My phone no more. Phone no more 很多原因对吗？对吗，子英 ？Correct 了。So I asked the Chinaman, can you speak French, please? Xingwen will be, excuse me, Uncle Raymond, are you prejudiced? Monsieur, excuse me, what happened to you? I think he had to use Google and translate. So thank God I came in. 对不起，大哥，有什么事吗？你会讲华语很好。我电话不见了，因为电话我讲很快嘞。我 speed process 我电话不见，那2天前什么什么要讲，慢慢讲，不用紧。政府要报警吗？我说不要报警，因为你电话是有很多东西在里面，你要去那个e-kiosk 去报警。可是我不会英文呢，怎么办呢？不用紧。然后我跟你讲，你可以去网上，还是叫你的老板帮你去 internet 去 check 一下。可以用 internet， 可是 internet 我听说网站呢 not very safe， 我明白。把你的老板可以去singaporepoliceforce.com 去报那边。如果你是觉得不可以的话，然后你去最近的警局，告诉他们那个整个来龙去脉。Okay, I use this 来龙去脉，然后大概解释给他听 ，what have 就是讲发生了什么事情，然后就去。Now I finish already 新闻。My officer Malay was standing beside. Okay, Raymond, translate for me. Then I did that. Once upon a time. They live a far, far away man who came from China to Singapore. Do you think I say like that, Zing? Of course, now you're laughing. So I cut it short. I translate, say, sir, he lost his phone 2 days ago. He want to make a police report, don't know where. Then you know why my officer, hey, Raymond, ask him to go to this website and this download and all these things can be done. Oh, yeah, I didn't know. The boss got the support and all this, and the SIM card, the SID, all these things. If the boss buy the SIM card for him, he can log for police report. Oh yeah, you see? Then I translate for him. Now you understand? In other countries, if you talk to the police officer, maybe it's 贪污了，对吗？ corruption. He feels safe that when you see a police officer, he approach us, as he know that we will use our skill and knowledge to help them. I would say, 走开啦，不要吵啦，不见去买一个啦，你跟我讲说什么，对不对？这是你们的事吗？你来中国的，你不要管他，走开。No, and we help, regardless of race, language, or religions. That's what we took the pledge for. True 呢？新闻，不要嘴巴讲不要挂在口头讲regardless of race, language, religion. Then when you see people, no, I only got one religion and one race. Okay, so let's see. How true? Xingwen, you already choose which one already? Have you choose exchange or prejudice? Which one are you choosing? Before I give you all the answer.
I'm planning to choose the exchange.
Why?
Because it's easier to write. Hey.
Fair enough. Please explain why.
Because a lot of knowledge is needed to improve the world, to become a better place. So that exchange of knowledge, of skills and knowledge is, because in a country there might not be, you can find more people from different countries with better skills and knowledge than compared to the one in your country, as there's definitely more people compared to Singapore, because Singapore is a small country.
Thank you so much. You give me the KBE. It's called the knowledge write down, please. This knowledge-based economy is so important. If you do have Outlook, Microsoft Outlook or Microsoft Express, I think some of your daddy, mommy who are using this in the server, you know about Microsoft Team? Microsoft Team, if your parents are working in the office, like recently I'm working in this, I don't use Microsoft Team, but recently I'm working a part-time job. My boss in the morning asked me, hey Raymond, you can use Microsoft Team to talk and Zoom. Wow, fascinating. This is called knowledge-based economy because we use sorry? Oh, Yang Xiang, you bet. How was the F1? Who won the race? Okay, so this knowledge-based economies is important that you put everything to share. Can you put that really? The knowledge-based, like what you mentioned, to share knowledge, not just to share knowledge, sorry, to share knowledge and idea and skill and also your expertise. Okay, it's very important, right? This skill and knowledge exchange is to help the country to develop into a better developed world, not underdeveloped, because we are moving ahead of AI, we are moving ahead of more globalization world, we are moving ahead of anti-scam and anti-cyber criminal stuff. So we must get the best of the best in order to achieve a very safe and secure and a smooth place that we're going to live in. So we are putting aside. Okay, it's okay, Yang Xiang, no worry, don't need to apologize, Yang Xiang, it's okay. So like what I mentioned, that this exchange of knowledge is so vital, so important to Singapore, because we cannot afford any trigger that is something wrong. So over the years, our forefathers have built up all this exchange of skill knowledge. We have to continue to maintain, to manipulate, to maneuver, to market it, to motivate it, okay, to the next level. Xing Yuan, you love your grandparents. 不是Xing Yuan, Xingwen, sorry. Xingwen, do you love your grandparents? No, no, no. You don't love your grandparents. You awesomely love your grandparents. Ah, that's different, huh? Juno, you will forever love your grandparents. Now, in order, your grandparents are in China or Singapore?
My grandma is in Singapore.
Ah, so you love him, love her so much, right? Every time, 哎呀，我的宝贝孙女儿来了， then 她煮东西给你吃。You will always remember this, right? And you want to preserve 这个是什么？外婆的家传秘方 to the next generation, correct? Right? You want to preserve it, but it's very sad to say, Xingwen. In fact, all of us now 好像我的奶奶的那种我的外公是从中国来的莆田，说莆田面他很喜欢煮这，每次过年我就会吃他的这个所谓的长寿面 in Chinese New Year, but he's gone already. So how can I preserve this skill? 我鸡蛋糕我不会煮嘞，我只会吃嘞，怎么办？所以我要去莆田那边的有一个 restaurant 叫莆田，对吗？可是很贵吗？可是我吃了没有那个家乡古早味道 ，you know what I mean? So this is the skill that you need to preserve many generations. At least I still got a place to eat. There is a Putian restaurant. You get what I'm saying? So to me is that you need to preserve, continue to protect this, whatever skills you have. We have to get rid of this mindset of misconceptions that, okay, only the Chinese can do roti prata or mee siam. Mee siam and mee rebus is usually for Malay, right? But the Chinese can come in, the Indian can come in. It's just that how you eat the add in the ingredient. 对不对? Right? So understand, huh? Thank you. Yang Xiang, do you want to take part in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, gone. Bye-bye.
Sorry, Joe, what?
Oh no, the F1 just fly already. I'm asking you.
I mean, got delay 1 hour.
I will ask you want to take part in this one or not, these questions. Do you think which one is more serious?
What?
Exchange
sorry.
of entities, which one do you think is most important?
Exchange of skills and knowledge.
Why?
Because only through exchanging of skills and knowledge, then people can grow together, you know.
Oh, I like the word can grow together. Yes. If you have prejudice, you cannot develop into the next level, cannot have a right benchmark. Some more?
Because like prejudice and like misconception, it will only like slow down everything lah, and in fact like people won't become friends, and it won't like cause even cause like sharing of skills and knowledge, and then nobody will benefit in the end.
Yeah, you slow down the peace and progress and prosperity of the country. Yes, it's very true. Thank you so much. Okay, let's read on the questions, the answer that I've given. Okay, so for whatever reason, children, in your real exam, let me remind you, don't leave the question blank. Even you write one sentence, Singaporeans are unhappy with the foreigners living here because they are overcrowding public space. Zhao Xuan, are you there?
Yeah.
Look here, Rabbit space, well done. 空间，你如果这样写，我不是说你烂啊，不是说你笨啊。Imagine 你没有时间，不只是你啊，赵璇 can be 乔欣 ，can be 星辰 ，it can be 新闻 ，it can be 子英 ，anyone 啊，一个这样1分了嘞。新闻，可能你这1分啊，可能是一个 B3 to A2 嘞。那1分的之差嘞，你听过吗？1秒之差可以救一个人的命。Okay, I do first aid, I know 啊。You know, that few seconds of pumping the CPR is a few seconds really can save a life. You go for it. Don't, please, for goodness sake. And hello, excuse me, not just social study. For your history, maths, and science, and all the subject that you're doing this month, do not leave a question blank, especially if you're most stupid if you leave your MCQ blank. You got 25% chance. You anyhow put the ABC, you get 25%. Okay, let's read on to the question, this one here. Chelsea?
Foreign living in Singapore can be better integrated through profiling them positively, engaging in day-to-day activities with Singaporeans via social media. For instance, the Ministry of Communication and Information could commission a series of short films or advertising campaigns that feature common everyday scenarios of living in Singapore with the insertion of characters portraying different foreigners in the films. The theme of the films would be foreigner integration, and the characters playing both the foreigners and Singaporeans will be profiled as engaging in relaxed conversations over common and local lifestyle topics. These films can be distributed over both mainstream and social media. The integration of foreigners living in Singapore could also be improved by involving some of these foreigners in our residents' community work in the heartlands. The residents' committee found across most housing estates in Singapore could start to recruit foreign residents and involve them in their community outreach and other work.
Oh yes, while you're reading, Chelsea, it remind me of this in the May Day. You know May Day? 五一劳动节，听过吗？新闻五一劳动节 May Day. I'm staying in Yishun here, Khatib. The previous MP and the present MP, they make sure that day itself, all the person who are the town council, those how should I say, not sweeper lah, how you call that the people who are town council, 怎么讲啊？ the people, okay, sorry, I will use the sweepers, okay, don't mind. The cleaners, sorry, those sweepers, the cleaners, 我放一天假嘞，新闻。Then all the residents like myself as an RC member, and 我们的左邻右舍就下来帮我们扫地、打扫、清洁。Don't mind if I speak Mandarin, no violence, 新闻。You want me to speak Japanese, I also can. I know, I know just a minute, I also don't know what I'm talking about. Ziying, stop laughing at me. So what will happen that this is the time, thank you. Can you imagine, Chelsea? The cleaner go and call back. Hey, today holiday, why you can talk to me? You don't need to sweep the floor and clean. Oh no, today I off day. How? Why so good one? Because the government say all the cleaners will take a half day and everyone appreciate our hard work. Wow, Chelsea, how do you think the family back then in their country will feel? Very good, right? Chelsea, agree not? They feel, wow, that country take care of my family members over there. 对吗？新闻 Right, I feel good. God bless you. I know you sneeze. And you sneeze until your thing fly to my nose already. Wow, so fast. Wow, 108000里。看，弄到我眼睛了。哎呦 ，next time cover your mouth 吗？Just kidding. Just to draw your attention so that you are more alert and more happy. That's the thing. The F word, fun, fantastic, and fabulous, and full of excitement and feel here. Now, Chelsea, when you're reading this, how would you feel that when you have the day-to-day interactions? How would you feel?
If I was a foreigner, I would feel more welcome the locals would seem to be more friendly and will make me feel more at home, because back in before we moved, a lot of people there would know us and we would know them. So most of the time we would have friendly conversations. Being able to mimic such conversations in a place that you're unfamiliar with or not yet familiar, then it will make you feel much more at ease and be able to appreciate the place better.
Okay, thank you. Joke, I'm not saying you. That means 那些 advertisement 讲这么多废话就是 propaganda 咯，对不对？ Is it propaganda？ 讲那么多废话，就是哎呀 propaganda 就讲到新加坡很厉害这样咯啊 ，take care of all which is true, right? Can you imagine everywhere you got poster, you got video? Sure enough, 新闻 these people foreigner will fish out their handphone, right? And take pictures and say, hey, wow, Singapore here, very good, very good. Then Singapore confirm on their family member, hey, hello, take picture leh, take video leh, show me correct now. Then when they take picture and video, go back to their Philippines, their Thailand, their whatever country, right? Sure enough, they will take this video. You see my son in Singapore very well. Yeah, bullshit, blah. I show you. You see, he even got the best award, the best cleaner award. Got $100. He recently found a wallet and returned the wallet, and then the Singapore government give him the award. And then he got chased against the molester, and then this police or commission give him the award for the best citizenship award. You see?
Free sponsor.
But Zhao Xuan, this is supposed to be the way 吗？要一视同仁，对吗？新闻要一视同仁，不要挂在嘴上讲 ，please。要一视同仁，连我们读《弟子规》，不要讲这《弟子规》，只是挂在嘴里讲。Must action speak louder than words, and that's why they action. They show poster, they show video, they show everything. Is to 3E, ready? Is to ensure, to entice, to make them more entertaining. To entice, you know what's the meaning of entice, right? Ziying, are you ready? 乔欣来嘛，来 come here, 赵璇 come here. This is called enticing. Okay, Ziying, get it now. Enticing means to attract lah, to attract foreign talents, to say that this country is good. 乔欣开玩笑，不要生气。The way you look at me, Uncle, you okay? Okay, let's move on to the next point. Foreign living. Can you continue, please? 乔欣。
Foreigners living in Singapore can be better integrated through providing them positively engaging day-to-day activities with Singaporeans via social media. For instance, Ministry of Communication and Information could commission a series of short films or advertising campaigns that feature everyday scenarios of living in Singapore with the insertion of characters portraying different foreigners in the films. The theme of the films will be foreigner integration, and the characters playing both foreigners and Singaporeans could be profiled as engaging in relaxed conversations over common and local lifestyle topics. These films can then be distributed over mainstream and social media. Such films or advertisements and their spread online would encourage Singaporeans to see the ease of communicating with foreigners in our local setting. Being able to see foreigners engaging in common activities, Singaporeans will help them change the way they view foreigners and become more accepting of the foreigners gradually. The integration of foreigners living in Singapore could also be improved by involving some of these foreigners in our residents community work in the heartlands. The residents community found across housing estates in Singapore could start to recruit foreigners and involve them in their community outreach and other work. This will provide more opportunities for Singaporeans to understand and interact with the foreigners, especially when the RCs make door-to-door visits and try to find out how the residents are doing generally. Apart from directly increasing the contact between foreigners and Singaporeans, such outreach efforts would build up the impression that foreigners are making an effort to integrate themselves into the community in Singapore. Singapore would therefore appreciate and understand foreigners more. This will help them improve the integration of foreigners living in Singapore.
I'm not sure about Xingwen's, if you have relatives and friends who come to Singapore and then finally they got PR, then Xingwen, they got Singapore citizenship, right? So once they got Singapore citizenship, people like us, the RC, this one, the RC, resident committee here, we will go to the house and welcome them. Hello, ni hao. And let's say if you are from China or from Taiwan or from Malaysia or from Hong Kong. So Hong Kong will be, ni home ma, ni来到Singapore home ma. Okay, that's Cantonese. But of course, if you're from India, of course, we'll get an RC that is able to speak Tamil or Punjabi or other languages to welcome them, or even English, for I say. So if they are coming from overseas, like England or US, there are people who like that come to Singapore, become Singapore citizen. We welcome them, we talk to them and want to feel there at home. Okay, how will you feel? How long have you been in Singapore? I've been here for 10 years and finally I got my citizen. So I feel that it's part of it, and I like it because I feel that Singapore are able to adopt us as part of their members here as a citizen, and we feel very good and comfortable. They don't treat us as an outsider. So from this information that we gather, as what Qiao Xing read, so from this door-to-door visit, we can get the positive and negative feedback, and then we send it to the top people, then they analyze it and they improve, they make improvement. And then that is what you mean. The outreach efforts will be built up the impression that the foreigners are making an effort to integrate. Okay, so that is the reason why you don't just take the citizen for fun and laughter. Just want to buy houses or get the benefit of the GST voucher or the Skill Future $500. No, they come in because there's a purpose. They want to serve and help Singapore, right? Okay, so thank you for that questions. Now number 2B. So this is a very straightforward. In case they come across, bring in the resident committees. Okay, that is very good. All right, and then also about how the day-to-day, the videos, all these things. Okay. Next question, Zhao Xuan, are you ready? So wait, Zhao Xuan, hold on. So in case like this type of question, extract 2 and 3. So you can write this like that, 2 marks. Right? In recent time, Singapore has increasingly welcomed foreign manpower, such as foreigners have come from China, India, and Bangladesh. True enough. So every time I walk past Chao Sing and Ziying and Bei Kun and Simon, every morning from Monday to Fridays, when I walk past the Marymount MRT stations, okay, no, Marymount MRT station is leading to Raffles Institution, RI, and then also leading to they are doing this leading to these constructions of the MRT. I see there's this construction saying that China constructions. And then when I walk past this MRT station, there are a lot of students. You can tell these are the students from other countries to come in and study. Singwen, I'm so sorry. I never believe every school is a good school. Okay, I never believe every school. I believe every school is unique, and I believe every student is teachable. Okay, if every school is good school, means every school must have swimming pool, every school must have all classroom aircon, or every student must have a laptop. That's called every school is a good school. I would say every school is unique. So when every time I walk, I feel I'm in a place where all the top cream students are RI. And most of them, I'm not racist, most of them are Indians. They also got Chinese, got other race. You get it? So this is the part I feel that, these are the leaders of Xingwen. These are the leaders after they graduate from RI, or even like Chao Sing, Ziying, Bei Kun, Zhao Xuan, Yang Xiang, and yourself. You are the leaders of the next generation of Singapore. Whether you guys want to stay here in Singapore, I'm honestly telling you, Singapore will never last for 1,000 years like that to be so peaceful. You study history, you should know, right? Xingwen. 唐宋元明清这五个大朝在中国都会 fall down， 对吗？为什么？因为 at the end of the day, everyone 就是得过且过，守株待兔。People live in the life, no worries. So I'm saying now, you guys are going to bring the beauty essence of the meanings. Okay, so this is what I mean. Just writing like that, 2 marks there. Carry on, Zhao Xuan. Now you're done to read this.
Foreign manpower allows for exchanges in knowledge and skills. For example, in the areas of research and development with overseas experts. Foreign scientists can share their knowledge and expertise to help strengthen research competence and collaborations with Singaporeans. For instance, under the Biomedical Research Council, internationally renowned scientists with expertise and knowledge to jumpstart the country's biomedical sciences moved to Singapore.
No need to say anything. Thank you, Zhao Xuan. No need to say anything. The Biopolis, write down. The Biopolis at the Bonda Vista MRT station there. These are all the top scientists. Write down, the Biopolis, that one is, are you doing bio or not? No. Xingwen, are you doing bio? Nobody doing bio here?
I do bio.
Please go and do your internship, Zhao Xuan, at the Biopolis. It will definitely help you a lot. These are all the top scientists who come here to develop the COVID-19 and the mask and the vaccine and all these things. Without them today, I think we will be backdated a lot. So in case, Zhao Xuan, in case of any, sorry, I am very blunt and very rude. In case of any kind of idiot to tell all these people go back to their countries, please give them your 2 cents worth of talk and tell them to shut up. Okay, they have no right, like what you say, okay. they are here to look it down on people and want to prevent this. They think that if you are no good, then improve yourself. Sorry 啊，赵轩，没有每个人想你这样的了。Okay, if everyone 想你说哦 ，then you 自己 improve 啦，你不要整天坐在那边守株待兔 ，complain 自己不好 ，complain 人家 take 你的 job， 自己去 upskill、upgrade and update your skill 啦。那你在那边是 complain 做什么 ？Sorry 哈，有些人就是这样，赵轩。有些人给了 GST 保险200块、300块，但你懂他讲什么吗？不够我去买马票，不够钱，你懂那种？你懂我们 Army 啊？我们 Army 不是有给100块咯 ？Because thank you for our contribution to protect the country， 100块，你懂他们讲什么？100块啊，不到2天就买我的酒什么酒钱就用完了。哇 ，My goodness，I tell you bro，bro。In future, if a lot of Singaporeans like that, I think jialat lah. Tell you, Singwen, we can take aeroplane flight to Australia already. We don't want to stay in this country already. True not? Oh, Zhao Xuan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean seriously, you see, 我跟你讲，没有每个人像你这样想的，一种米养几百种人呢。So you cannot please anybody. So I tell you, do your part. People will see your actions, then they will follow you. 哎，赵轩，我不错哦。你很肥 Q 和笑起来很 Q 嘞，好像小叮当这样哦。But you see Singwen, you know why? Because you cannot see him, I cannot see him. So whether he angry or not, and to be telling you the truth, Singwen, he's very cute and fat and very cute one. 子英对吗？子英 will be why you ask me to say what you very naughty Uncle Raymond. Then 子英 type secretly, yes Uncle Raymond, I agree with you. You see, he type to me already. 赵轩开玩笑啊，不要生气。嘛，他真的是很 cute 的嘞。他很 cute 的，他很像小叮当，很像那个 North Korea 的 leader 这样。You see, Chelsea controlling his laughter already. Okay, carry on. So let's move on, my dear.
In a diverse society like Singapore's, negative sentiments can arise when people jump to conclusions about others and make incorrect judgments due to insufficient understanding of cultural differences and erroneous. Such threats to diversity may occur as prejudices may lead to discrimination against the victims, who are either hurt or excluded from the interactions in a diverse society. For example, the denial of rental accommodation to some foreign races and nationalities in Singapore due to the misconceptions that Singaporeans may have towards them.
Zhao Xuan, this one is very true. Recently, this student, my ex-student, whose mommy now is in China and he's in Singapore. So recently, 他的 landlord 新闻，他的 landlord 就讲说，他已经20多岁在新加坡做工了，可是他是跟他妈妈相依为命啊，可是妈妈是在中国照顾他的爷爷，他的 daddy 啊，就是我这个学生的爷爷，所以他一个人是在这边，所以我是变成是我是他的好像干爹这样。So 最近他真的 to all my students are like my nephew and nieces. So he was told to last minute to leave the house. Like I give you 1 week to go. So he had to start looking for house, right? For rental, right? Some find out that he's from this country. Sorry, not for rent. How would you feel, Singwen? Quite idiot, right? And some say, oh, you're from India. Sorry, not for rent. Because you got a smell. Oh my goodness, seriously. Seriously. I think these people never study social study. No, 你不要笑哦，你的胃真的很可怜呢。如果这个国家接下来20年这些房屋owner 是像你30多岁就是有读过 social study 的人哦。他如果有这样的概念、这样的想法，还是说你是从中国来，没有 sorry， Hong Kong 我 emotional damage we don't going to lend you the room bye bye. That's it, man. I tell you, this is not a country I face it. No, seriously, very sad. Always, I believe everyone does as a purpose. See, when you come to this world, there is a purpose. 子英、乔欣、赵璇、贝君、杨香、星辰、贝君 and 赵璇， all 杨香 and all of you come into this world, there is a mission and purpose, please. And your mission and purpose may not start now, but I always use the SSD. Slowly, surely, and definitely, you will see the spark growing and this being sprout growing to a beautiful tree and bearing fruits. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, let's see the L tree. In your heart, tell me whether the author choose skill over prejudice or prejudice over skill. Okay, ready? 5 seconds, you decide and tell me. A is for skill, B is for prejudice. No need to tell me now. I will release the answer. Zhao Xuan, are you ready to read? Go. Wait, give me a minute. Is that that's all? No, not yet. So carry on. More details. Let's go.
In a diverse society,
Go, yeah.
Oh, this one. Foreign manpower allow for exchanges in knowledge and skills. For example, in the areas of research and development with overseas experts. Foreign scientists can share their knowledge and expertise to help strengthen the research competencies and collaborations with Singaporeans.
Stop. So this is the DEERL. Write down a single. Because you may not know, all of them already know what you mean by DERL. DERL stands for, this is the first two sentences to describe, to explain. Okay. Oh, so you describe to me, you explain to me. Hello, Uncle Raymond. The second E, can you give me example? Let's go. For instance. Yeah, correct. For instance,
under the Biomedical Research Council, internationally renowned scientists with expertise and knowledge to jumpstart the country's biomedical sciences moved to Singapore.
Oh, stop. Oh, I see. See one. So you describe to me, you explain to me why foreigners and skills are important, and also give me example. Thank you very much. The last E, the third E, how you express, 就是说你觉得怎么样? So you're going to tell your friend, Xingwen, your friend want to come, let's say from China. Hey, Xingwen, I heard Singapore is very good. How good? Then you describe, Singapore is a country that have all races. Okay, you describe already, right? Then you explain why these races, because Singapore is multiracial since day one. Okay, example, right? Then you give example. For example, the Chinese will have in Chinatown, correct? The Malay will have a Geylang, and the Indian will be Little India, right? And then we have Orchard Road and things like that. And then the Filipino will go to this place and the Vietnamese. So give an example. Then this is where the last one, how you feel, expression. Oh, like that. 这样我不是很好。我有一个地方有concentrating a place for me to gather my own people. True enough. You know, in Philippines, the Filipino will come to Singapore, they got this place together. It's at Far East Plaza. You know that? Then the Chinese, right, from China or Taiwan, I think they are not mistaken, they go to Chinatown or in certain part. Okay, the congregation. 对吗, Chelsea? I know the Burmese, the Myanmar is at the International Plaza there. Because I have a few of my Burmese friends, they're not a lot, a few of them. Okay, Carol, so this openness. Xingwen, this openness, that means express how you feel. As a result, how express, and for example, if you tell your friend to come to Singapore, we give all these things, Singapore very safe, very good, multiracial, and give example. So you ask your friend, so how you feel? Wow, Xingwen, I feel good, that I will feel safe. I'm going to tell my mom to send me to Singapore to study because it's a place of security. Now you get it? Let's go. Zhao Xuan.
This openness to learn and collaborate with overseas scientists had led to robust research, which in turn has led to significant discoveries made in Singapore, like the H1N1 flu vaccine.
Thank you. Stop here. So the R stand for has a result. Your friend feel happy to come here, right? Feel good, right? And then you got a good friend like you in Singapore, has a result. Hey, Xingwen, next year, end of this year, the exam 完了, I'm going to buy a ticket and going to study my A levels or my private school in Singapore. As a result, I feel that I think I make the right choice with you. Therefore, link, the L is linked back to the question. Therefore, I'm coming to Singapore for what you have mentioned to me. That is a real life, 对吗? We are using DERL, dear. But how do we use this one? Therefore, the magic word is thus, hence, and therefore. Write down, Xingwen. These are the three magic words that examiner will want to see. Back to you, Zhao Xuan.
Therefore, the exchange of skills and knowledge between foreign manpower and Singaporeans has been beneficial and positive.
Now you get it? Okay, let's go. So Zhao Xuan and Pei Kun, please remember to write this DERL. This is an example. Okay, let's go. Not sure.
In a diverse society like Singapore's, negative sentiments can arise when people jump to conclusions about others and make incorrect judgments due to insufficient understanding of cultural differences and erroneous assumptions.
So you describe, right? See what I describe, I explain. Okay, now let's see. Example. This one is still explaining, sorry. So this one is still explaining. Carry on. Such threats.
Such threats to diversity may occur as prejudices may lead to discrimination against the victims who are either hurt or excluded from the interactions in a diverse society.
So I explained to you why prejudice and misconception is no good at describe. Now, Xingwen, I'm going to give you the second E, the example. Let's go.
For example, the denial of rental accommodation to some foreign races and nationalities in Singapore due to the misconceptions that Singaporeans may have towards them. These instances of discrimination have caused unnecessary hurt and deepened prejudice against foreigners.
Stop. So you see, Xingwen, so it gives the expression what negative. Wow, 这样啊，这样我不要来新加坡了。哟 the way they treat us like that，连狗都不如，还是连人不如，都 better don't. So I feel my expression 我感到什么？我感到很心酸I feel very hurt. I feel very paranoid. I feel very pessimistic. I'm not optimistic. So as a result, let's go. Therefore, this is as a result.
Therefore, prejudice is dangerous and can create an environment where discrimination can happen more often, thereby creating the impression that many Singaporeans are xenophobic.
Stop. So, Xingwen, so as a result, since Singapore are so xenophobic against foreigners, 我不要来，不要。I don't feel safe already. Get it now? Okay, let's go. Lastly is the L, link back to the questions.
Hence, having to manage prejudice and misconceptions is a negative consequence that arises from the continued inflow of foreign manpower to Singapore.
I don't care what your teacher had taught you, Xingwen, in your school about any formula, but I feel I'm very proud to use this formula for many years, including my elder son, my daughter, okay, who also went through Set 4 with me. My son was in my previous school, okay, and I thank God that this teacher will create this, and I add in a bit of my own, because I have a very beautiful two excellent ex-teachers who do SS and history. Okay, and one of them is a NIE trained teacher to train NIE teachers. So she also wrote the book on social study and history. Yeah, Mrs. Wong. You can go to popular bookshop and look for Mrs. Wong meeting. Okay, you have the book, is it? Yeah, you know that book, Then you are in good hand. Yes, you want to say something?
I got the guidebook.
Yes, please. You look at the formula that she used. It's quite similar to my formula. Does your school recommend you to buy this or you yourself?
I bought it because I needed examples.
Well done. Please do not share with your classmates. Sorry, whatever you learned today, I'm sorry. Unless it's your super good friends. Let's be honest. I have to tell you this part here, you must be selfish. Because at the end of the day, that examiner is going to mark for your whole class. Let's be honest, Xingwen. Are you the only child? Oh yeah, high five, man. I'm also. So let's joke aside. Xingwen, if you have this medicine that can make your son to be very intelligent and no need to see doctors, you will definitely not, you won't give this medicine to your cousin or to your friend, right? Let's be honest. 这个字是很正常的，对吗？不是说你有100万，你把 10,000 你不可以捐给 charity 这个可能有一点自私啦。但是 you're a millionaire and then you don't want to donate to charity, then this is considered selfish， 对吗？子英，对不对？子英 always like that one. He got sweet, he never give me. That's why I drop my hair. I always waiting for his sweet to give me. Okay, joke aside, so you understand, okay, let's go on. Zhao Xuan.
Where am I?
L4. Let's see whether is it A, skill, or is it B, misconception.
Okay. Although foreign manpower provides skills and knowledge to Singapore, we must also not neglect the cultural differences and hence possible misunderstandings that they may bring with them. Therefore, both are equally important considerations and represent a necessary trade-off for the government to weigh in their continued desire to attract foreign manpower to Singapore.
Can man? You're not weighing, although foreign powers provide skill and to Singapore, we must also not neglect the cultural differences. So it's just like 赵轩
Yeah.
你 imagine 你结婚了，你的老婆说晚上可以吃 ice cream， 你妈妈说晚上不可以吃 ice cream， 你不要听你老婆讲你晚上睡 kitchen， 你不要听你妈咪讲，你妈咪讲说你不孝子，赵璇怎么办 ？You have to make a decision。新闻 Gavin 了，所以 imagine 你老公不要听你讲，你老公听他妈妈讲，好，你今晚跟我睡 kitchen， 子英 also right， 今晚睡 kitchen， 我子英比较坏。你跟我睡 corridor， 他是比较 Tiger Mom 的。So how， 赵璇 ？Okay, joke aside, come. I don't really like the answer here, to be honest with you. I don't like the answer here, to be honest. If you're going to write like that, I'm not sure whether the teacher will mark you because they already tell you which one is important. Read the questions. Please, this is testing your English. Look here, look at the questions here. Okay, where's the questions? Do you think that the action of this one is more important than, okay? Do a lot more, expel is more important, the word more. So which one do you weight it? The answer actually is quite given, but it's very shallow, not very, although foreign power. You see, he already said foreign powers provide skills. So he's actually citing this. But we must also not neglect it. So even though he said this, but he should say that. Therefore, I believe that foreign powers play a very vital role in ensuring we get the right citizen. Write down if you can, or if you want to refer to the recording. Therefore, the skills and expertise is more important than the prejudice and misconception, because once we get the right persons to fit into the meritocracy of this country, we know that we are in the safe hand to able to filter the negative, because these people already have the right frame of mind to decide who is good to come in, to decide who can play a vital role to make sure that everyone's are on equal footing. 明白吗？就像好像新闻指引，你跟你老公开一间公司，你当然要找到一个好的厨师嘛。但好的厨师不只是 can cook well, right？ 他也懂得怎么收徒弟，对吗？怎么对待你那个 waiter and waitress 还有怎么找好的材料，对不对？找好的价钱，然后找好的那个他的 assistant cook 嘛，对不对？对吗？不只是那个他没有 prejudice。Imagine 子英，你是开一个Western food 的 ，OK，and then 新闻你开一个中餐的。如果一个印度人可以煮一个很好的中餐，你不可能 stop 他嘛，对不对？对吧，子英 ？Western food usually your concept is a Western 外国人，对吗？ Then what happens if this guy is maybe a Malay? 就呢 and then your 子英 your restaurant Western food is halal, you know halal? 我 Malay. Get it? 记住啊 always must give everyone the opportunity. Do not say, oh, because you are Malay, you are Indian, you are Chinese. No, don't do that, please. The world is full of all these people. Please give everyone a chance, please. Then it's no point saying one. You got A1 in your SN and history, but your ABC sucks. You know what's ABC now? Your attitude, behavior, characters. And imagine one day you are so successful. Wait, Raymond, that is your student. I don't dare to say you're my student. True enough, because your attitude spoil everything. Then don't be my student. I'd rather you to have normal grades, but good characters. Chelsea, you're one of them, to be honest. I'm surprised why you continue with me. I thought you would spend time with other subjects, but I'm very grateful to you, seriously, to continue. But honestly, I have no worry that you can score A1 and A2, but I'm very worried you are too indecisive. The way now you understand why I want a face-to-face examination, because I'm very observant to every student. You no need to tell me, but from your handwriting and the way you sit there and think, and then you are fidgeting, I can tell you. You're spoiled with choice. Don't hesitate. If you think this is a point, and then you're so confident that you study, put it in. Not just your SS, I hope all your subjects. Okay, and then your handwriting 敢敢写大大，不要写小小。Okay, 记住啊。All right, that's about for this topic here. Okay, let me close it. Next week, I'm going to share with you. I hope next week we're going to share this one. Give me a minute. I'm open up the file now. Next week I'll be talking about this. So as a quick guide, see one. This is the first time you might be seeing this. Okay, this one here. You want to take a picture first. Now instead of knowing chapter 1, 2, 3, can you take a picture of me? Me? I'm so ugly. Don't take me. So instead of doing Pei Kun, can you still remember NRIC floats all these things now? What does it stand for now? Pei Kun. Now, no need to remember chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4, all these things. Okay, wait, sorry. You just remember one NRIC, FLOATS, and WORD. Okay, this one we will talk more about it. What does it mean? What is NRIC means? Okay, in order to memorize, instead of this chapter 1, 2, this NRIC will tell you all about chapter 1, 2, and 3. And FLOATS will talk about this. And then the WORD will talk about this. This is Uncle, this is only for me. For me who came out these ideas. I learned from Mrs. Wong also. So Mrs. Wong, you have history guidebook or not? Do you have Mrs. Wong history guidebook? Chelsea, do you buy the Mrs. Wong guidebook? No, okay. And then the SS. Okay, when you are free, Chelsea, you go to the Popular. If you don't mind, just go and look for Mrs. Wong meeting and look through some of the things. Don't buy now, don't waste money. Yes. Is it from Mrs. Wong meeting? Is this from Mrs. Wong? Can you show to the class, please? Turn behind, turn behind. Does he have a face there? A face, there? A face, show. Okay, thank you. She's my ex-colleague. Okay, you are in good hand already, confirm. Okay, how well do you do for your SS and history? Do you got your result already? Can you send to Uncle Raymond, please? Don't be shy, please. There's nothing to be shy about. Just tell me. Because this is the one I'm going to talk about next week, the whole of the slide 39 slide plus this one here. Can you send to me, please? Your result. I need to know. Seriously, I need to know. All of you need to send me the result. Yang Xiang and Pei Kun and Zhao Xuan, can you please send me your result, please, now? What is your, you got your report book already, right, Pei Kun? Zhao Xuan, you got your report book, right?
No,
Haven't,
don't have.
Okay, how about Pei Kun? You got a result? Okay, Xingwen, I saw your message already. So this is one to see. I got, and this one to go through with you. So there's quite a lot of things to go through with you next week on this chapter. Okay, let's see how we can improve from that for your SS and history. So for those of you who this month I'm fully concentrating for SHE. If you want to ask me about English things, by all means also. All right, editing, or if you want to say, Uncle Raymond, can I do a LC? You know what is LC? I also got LC. Then I got to scan. Give me some time. Okay, so this month is fully concentrating for SHE, social study, history, and English. I would love if you ask me history, because this Saturday I'm preparing a history class for my students. Okay. Don't stress, guys. Don't stress. I know it's getting nearer. Your exam is getting nearer. I know it's very stressed. The more stress, you're killing your brain cell. Seriously, in order to sit there and die, just like the F1, keep on practice. Xingwen, 你有听过这句话吗? Practice make perfect. No, it's wrong. Xiaoxing, no. It's not practice make perfect. It's totally wrong. If you do this, you are wrong. Anyone can tell me what should it be? What should it be?
Perfect practice make perfect.
I love you, baby. Xingwen, you hear the siren, the ambulance? I'm sorry. Every time when the ambulance passes by my house, I'll pause for a while. Sorry. The reason is I'm praying for the person in the ambulance. True enough. Let's pray for the ambulance is someone to bring the emergency, correct now. I know that because my mother-in-law, my father-in-law was in the emergency, the ambulance. So so I'm praying for the person safe and healthy. Xingwen, you can practice 100, shooting an arrow. Yang Xiang will know. You shooting, the target bullseyes, the bullseye, BULL, the bullseyes. You know the bullseye, right? 那个眼睛啊。Your son can tell, Mommy, I practice already. Then you look at the bullseye, 它全部都是跑在外面。All the arrows are outside the circles. So why not you one shot, one kill, hit to the bullseye, and then move on? True enough. You can practice 100 times, but you still don't get the result. I'd rather you have perfect it to make the practice. Excuse me, you have no time now to practice it. True enough. You must really 对症下药. That's the main thing. The main focus is you must strict, just like F1, you cannot make a single move. You make a wrong curve, the whole thing crash. See you next year. Correct? That's an F1 story. So now you have to focus your mind. Use less handphone. Use handphone when you need to find informations. Stop playing your Genshi, your COD. Don't laugh. My student in Set 2 have been talking about Genshi until all the characters from Genshi also appear in my chat group. Even the essay Ziying also Genshi characters. Hey, don't laugh. I enjoy reading it. No. Don't laugh. You get angry because your parent cannot play Genshi. That's why they're angry. They're jealous. So don't laugh. Next time your children play another Gengo, you don't complain that they never play Genshi. You don't play game, right? I realize that you don't play game. Right? No, no. Okay. By the way, my friend don't play game, but he play golf. That's the game he's supposed to play on Xiaoxing to be in the business world. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your